Every major conflict of the last 30 years has an invisible pipeline running directly through it. It's never mentioned in the headlines, never discussed in the press conferences, and never shown on the news maps. But if you know where to look, it is always there. This isn't a conspiracy theory, it's infrastructure. And in the theater of high-stakes power politics, infrastructure is the only thing that tells the truth. Look at the cold, repetitive pattern across the global chessboard. In Afghanistan 2001, the Taliban were negotiating with an American energy firm for a pipeline carrying Central Asian gas to the Indian Ocean, bypassing both Russia and Iran. The Taliban refused the American terms. Within 14 months of the invasion, they were removed, and the new Afghan government immediately signed the deal. Today, that route is known as the 𝗘𝗃𝗲𝗿𝘆 pipeline. In Iraq 2003, Saddam Hussein threatened to price Iraqi oil in euros and proposed a pipeline connecting directly to the Mediterranean, bypassing the Gulf entirely. Following the invasion, the oil ministry was the only building in Baghdad that American forces explicitly guarded, while museums and hospitals burned around it. The pipeline route was secured within 2 years. In Syria 2009, Bashar al-Assad rejected a Qatari proposal for a pipeline to Europe that would have broken Russia's energy stranglehold, preferring a rival Iran-Russia aligned route instead. By 2011, the country was engulfed in a war that never fully ended. The Qatari pipeline was buried forever. In Ukraine 2022, the Nord Stream pipelines allowed Russian gas to bypass Ukraine entirely, stripping Kiev of billions in annual transit fees. In September 2022, Nord Stream was destroyed in the most expensive act of underwater sabotage in human history. No country was officially charged, but Ukraine's structural relevance as a transit hub was restored overnight. In Gaza 2023, the massive offshore Gaza marine gas field remained completely locked down under strict Israeli restrictions, offering zero relief to a besieged population. Yet by 2025, regional energy ministers were actively meeting to revive an underwater pipeline from Israel's Leviathan field to Europe, running right through the exact maritime corridor where Gaza's resources sit inaccessible. Now look at Iran 2026. Following devastating military strikes on Iran's South Pass gas field and the 𝗘𝗃𝗲𝗏 refinery, Tehran declared the Strait of Hormuz closed, triggering the largest energy supply disruption in global market history, with Brent crude surging toward $120 per barrel. Immediately, rival nations activated their fallback options: the Saudi East-West line, the UAE's ADCOP pipeline, and the Iraqi export corridor. The infrastructure designed to completely bypass and isolate Iran had been waiting for a decade. It is now live. The blueprint is always identical. The conflict begins. The pipeline that was blocked before the war becomes operational after the smoke clears. The governments fall, the borders blur, but the infrastructure survives. Somewhere in the ruins of every country that refuses to cooperate, a new pipeline is quietly being laid. The pipeline isn't just a part of the story, the pipeline is the story. Welcome to the unseen part.